Hey everybody, you're here with Mr. Yi. Um, so what we're going to learn about today is some DNA. Okay, so let's just make sure that I'm all set up to go here on my pen. Get this guy out of the way, click on my pen tool, felt tip, bam. Okay, so here we go. So basically, we are talking about DNA and actually the structure of DNA. Okay? Remember, if you remember, DNA is made out of nucleotides. So let's go back. So we start with DNA, and that's made out of nucleotides, right? And nucleotides are made out of three things, which is going to be a sugar, a base, and a phosphate. Okay? Okay, so those are the three basic components of a DNA molecule. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at one, and hopefully that will help illuminate some things. So taking a look over here, oh, that's kind of cool, right? So we'll circle each one. This little blue part is a sugar, okay? It's also over here if you want to look at that. This dark blue part, sorry. The light blue part is actually a phosphate, okay? These little things in the middle here, like here and here and here and all the way down, all of those, basically all of these guys, have a name where they're called nitrogen bases, okay? Okay, so the basic thing to think about is, I'm going to draw one over here, what a nucleotide is, right? Made out of sugar-based phosphate, I'll draw one over here, is basically like the picture. This would be the sugar, put a little S there, bam, right? And then put the P for phosphate, and so let's just put that one right there. This is a P for phosphate. And then finally, those are all connected to nitrogen bases, okay? So here's my NB for nitrogen base. This whole unit right here is called a nucleotide, okay? Many nucleotides come together to make a DNA molecule, or if you remember from our previous units, that is called a nucleic acid, right? Okay? Yeah, so that's the basic structure of DNA. DNA is made out of nucleotides, and you can see that this is one nucleotide right here, there's another one right there, just go all the way down. The main thing you need to understand is that the nitrogen bases pair up in certain ways. If you take a look, see this little green guy right here? That's adenine, A, right? Put a little A there. This little red guy is thymine, put a little T there. A and T always go together when they pair up on different ends of a DNA molecule. The same is true for G and C. You can see right here we have a G, and here is a C, right? I'm using that key. And a way that I always use when I teach this for people to remember that the nitrogen bases that pair up is I always tell people to remember for nitrogen bases, let's write that, nitrogen bases. Really easy to remember which bases go together. It is always taste green cheese. Why do I say that? Well, you can see if I can get this pen to change color here somehow. A and T are first, which means that A and T always go together, right? If I go up here to this, trying to get over there. A always goes with T, always taste. And G always goes with C. So, just to say it again, thymine and adenine always match up in a DNA molecule, while guanine and cytosine, G and C, always match up. It will never be any different. So as a really quick review, DNA is composed or made up of nucleotides. Each nucleotide is made of three parts: a sugar, a base, and a phosphate. And I kind of drew that right over here. You can see that, right? And all bunch of nucleotides come together to make a nucleic acid, right? DNA. And on the right here is a whole this is a whole DNA molecule we're taking a look at right here. Okay? I hope that's clear. If you have any problems, you can always read pages 135 and 136. Okay, see you guys later. Wait, oh, exit music. Let me press play real quick.